All right, welcome on in. Happy Thursday to everyone. We are getting ready to do the 2021 Stadium Club Chrome 2 case player that ended last night on eBay. This will be the last of our Stadium Club Chrome for the year. Last week we did a 3 case. Coming back with a 2 case. As always, we will have video number 1, case number 1 on its separate video, and then we will switch and go to video number 2, case number 2. Recap at the end of each video. As always, all Chrome product does get sleeved at the time of sorting. Try to help out on the surface as best we can. Base counts. So base counts last week on 3 cases were right around the lowest amount were 4, and the highest amount there were some spots that were 10. So hard to believe, though. Some of the spots that were 4 last week. Hard to believe that 3 cases there may only be 1 card out of 16 boxes. So collation is definitely a little bit hit and miss or across the board. It wasn't any particular spots. It wasn't necessarily rookies or not. So on 2 cases, I would say it's a good indication that base counts will be anywhere from about 2, 2 or I would say 2 or 3 up to 6 or 7. So other than that, we do a recap at the end. So here we go. Kind of easy, not a lot rules with Chrome since everything does get um, sleeved anyway. So on the 91 refractor, Ken Griffey. Again, 1 auto per box. Last week we did have 2 cases that had one case had 1 extra auto and the other case had actually 2. So for Sal on the refractor. Alec Bone. Yeah, Scott. Actually, we broke last Thursday on Thanksgiving, so that was when we had our 3 case. Nick Senzel on the refractor. And refractors, I think we figured last week it would take, roughly it's 4 per box. So roughly, see, that's 64 per case. So not necessarily every spot gets a refractor. Of course, you do have these spots that has the 25 of the 91 that's the lower set list. So obviously that's going to be more repeats. But Guriel, that one is a gold. Gold's number 250. Well, good luck, Phil. 48 of 50. I've seen it go both ways last couple years with people for their first time. Sometimes the beginner's luck, and then other times the not so much luck and never back. So Joe Adele, crystal ball. Again, these are 1 per box. Andrus on the refractor. Still looking for our one auto. Yeah, we'll see, Phil, if we can get you chat hits. Beam Team, Key Brian Hayes again. Did get a message on the Beam Teams last week. So Beam Teams on Chrome are not one on regular Stadium Club. They were a case hit. On Beam Teams in Chrome are not. So they're actually more of a insert. And there's our auto, Nate Pearson on the base auto. And Espino on the refractor. Of a dunk on that one. Aaron Judge on the Beam Team. Last pack, box number 1. Nate Pearson was our base auto. Guriel was the chrome parallel. And Bo Bichette on the 91. No waves. It looks like a wave coming up. Dylan Carlson on the 91 retro. And Ken Griffey Jr. on the refractor. So waves are 2 per. It seemed like last week we were pretty consistent on averaging 2 of the retro, 2 of the um, 2 of the regular, and then 2 each of the inserts on the waves. So DeGrom on the 91 refractor. Max Muncy on the refractor. So this week on, we will be, the regular refractors will be part of the recap. The 91 retros, it seemed like we won't do those in the recap. Those were pretty much multi-hit per case. So like I said, just because they are a less checklist. So most part, we've seen pretty good surface on these, but that one was probably one of the worst there. Victor Gonzalez on the orange. 4 of 25 on that one. Phil, actually last week we got the we pulled the Christian Yelich super last week. It was actually a redemption, so we didn't get to see it, but that's probably the best of the chrome that I mean, anytime you pull a 101, that always has to be at the top. But a little bit jealous last week that we did not see were able to see it because, like I said, it was a Josh Bell refractor. It was a redemption, but Chapman on the refractor. Yeah, we did not. I don't even think last week we pulled even a parallel of Glaber, so definitely do remember some of the things. Also, I do forget too. So, but yeah, the question of what's the best so far we've seen in the Chrome, it definitely is the Super. So. Glass now on the virtual reality. Still overall pleased with the changes this year. Last year it kind of was a little bit lacking some things, but here we go, redemption. You know of a couple that are. It's a gold refractor parallel of Bobby Dahlbeck. Bobby D. So nice Bobby D gold. Gold's number 250. Yeah, I'm actually on vacation this week, and I'm busier this week than it seems when I'm actually working. So I understand that. Bellinger on the Beam team. I think that's our first Bobby Dahlbeck auto of the year. I think he is actually one of the rookies that a little bit tougher to pull. Beam team, Alec Bone. Last pack, box number 2. Nick Madrigal on the crystal ball. Box number 3. Guriel on the refractor. Got the gold of him, first box. Yeah, series 2, um, or no, that was, or maybe it was Stadium Club. He's his auto, or yeah, it's Stadium Club that he actually was in the shopping cart. Would have loved to have seen that one, but then also that was a redemption there too. But we never, like I said, Bobby Dahlbeck, I don't think we've pulled one of him at all this year. It's kind of amazing how it goes. Davy Garcia on the refractor. Christian Yelich on the Beam team. Bregman on the refractor. Otani. Bryce Harper on the Beam team. Tatis on the virtual. Jose Devers on the auto. And Mitch Haniger on the refractor. So base auto or get a gold, but that is a redemption. So just a heads up on that one, there is a pretty good, like a pretty good scratch there, more or less right going along the bottom of the ball. Might be able to be rubbed out, but just to point that out. Except for the most part, park conditions have been pretty good. You know, this year Bowman was a little hectic at times, but Aaron Judge, retro refractor. Javi Baez, Beam Team. It's going to be interesting now with the lockout that has officially begun as of midnight. Alex Bregman. Just was reminded of that because I think Baez was still one of them unsigned. Jonathan India on the crystal ball. Last pack, box number 3. Ernie Banks. Box number 4, here we go. Deion Sanders. Derek Jeter on the Bean team. Mercedes on the refractor. Acuna on the Bean team. In gold, Castellani on the gold. $28 of $50 on that one. Tatis. Luis Robert on the Bean team. Must have been hot on the bottom. I didn't realize it. Trevor Bauer. And there we go. Nice auto we haven't seen. Casey Mize. That is a orange, I believe. Yes, that is a orange, so better yet. Kluber on the refractor. Autos don't seem to have the tint of like the orange or the gold, but they do have the emblem, of course. That one is 15 of 25. So that is got a gold and an orange. Both of our numbered are pretty nice rookies. Vlad Jr. Ken Griffey on the Bean team. Mookie, 91 retro. Hot Pack. And Crystal Ball, Alec Bohm. Stan Musial on the refractor. So only gotten one of the waves so far, so should probably get on a run of them in the next few boxes or a few boxes in a row. Rasmussen in the refractor. And Clayton Kershaw in the orange retro. Nice parallel there. Joe Adell. Should say that looks orange. See by the number. 12 of 25 on that. See if we can get a red or two. Last week we did get one red. That was the Daryl Strawberry. And I think we did get an auto. So here's a wave. Alex Kurloff on the crystal ball. Mark McGuire on the refractor. Another nice parallel. And our auto, Brent Honeywell on the auto, and Shane Bieber on the orange. That one is number 19 of 25. Yeah, Hayden, I actually was going to say that I didn't know if you're still watching or not, but you were definitely looking for some those last week. That is definitely how it goes for me, I know. Brennan McKay on the wave. It's our second wave this box. Bryce Harper on the retro refractor. That one there has a pretty good scratch going all the way down, so seems some consistencies in this case when it comes to the condition. That's we did see something like that on the Daryl Strawberry last week, and looking at we pulled his red and then looking at his base. Actually, it was on all the same blemish on all of his. So Grom on the beam team. Derek Jeter on the retro. Alonso on the retro. Carlson on the Beam Team. Bold Bichette on the Crystal Ball. On to box number 6. Baez on the Beam Team. Blackenhorn on the orange. One of 25 on that one. Alex Bregman. Let's see. Trying to tweak the camera setting here. Second. Okay. Mike Trout on the virtual reality. Juan Soto on the refractor. Virtual reality wave. Again, do get a. I think we only had one case we didn't get the two that, but we did average. I think it's 8 per. Rafi Devers on the refractor. And there we go. There's a nice Alex Bohm wave, and then DeGrom. It almost looks like it was an orange. Nope, Hayden. Nothing on Peterson. We didn't have anything good last week. I don't even think we pulled a regular refractor of him last week either. Manny Machado on the refractor. Bellinger. Ian Anderson on the crystal ball. Soto. It's got his regular refractor. Trevor Story on the virtual reality. And Christian Javier on the base auto. Diaz on the refractor. Caden, I just open packs. I don't we only could control what was in everything. Alex Bregman. Last pack of box number 6. All right, on to box number 7. Compralian on the refractor. Alonso on the beam team. Here's another nice rookie parallel coming up. Trevor Rogers on the gold. That surface is pretty good. $30/50 on that one. Tatis, beam team. McMahon on the refractor. Acuna on the 91. Mookie. Yeah, the 91 with it being a smaller set, like I said at the beginning of this, those won't be part of the recap just because every case it seemed there was 2 or 3 of each. So kind of frustrating though when you see that those are a refractor and then you don't see any, somebody that would like just a base refractor. It's frustrating seeing all those come through, but obviously they are there's a Sam Huff. Rodriguez on the base refractor. Sam Huff here on the base auto. I think actually, Caden, I mean, if I think the 91 refractor is probably the only thing I would change just on, like I said, either just add a couple more regular refractors to each box, but it just seems like those get pretty redundant. And if you got 8, yeah, you said 8 last week of that one of the 91, kind of gets a little, you're getting more 91 refractors almost a case than some of the spots on base cards. So that kind of puts anything into perspective. Like I said, our lowest base cards last week were 4. It's more than a handful of spots that only got 4 base cards, and then a few spots that got 10 was the most. So now it's 3 cases. Freddie Freeman on the refractor. All right, on to box number 8. So we are at 2 colored or parallel autos. I've been getting, we stayed right at 4 last week. So let's do a couple more of them. Still need to, I would say we're probably going to see about 3 or 4 more waves. Our parallels thus far have been pretty orange, so we'll see probably some more gold on the back half. Yeah, but as we figured last week, you're roughly about 64 refractors per case of the base refractors. 64 last week we did, so roughly about 192 were available. And when you have a 400 card set or 300 card set, not gonna definitely get one of each. It is nice seeing the orange of that. Gold parallel coming up. So yeah, when you have a 400 card set, 192 for 3 cases, and then obviously you are going to get some dupes. So it'd take probably, I would say 6 or 7 cases to try to get all of the refractors. 32 of 50, that's just the base refractor. Will Craig on the refractor. Bryce Harper on the Bean team. Granky on the refractor. Aaron Judge. So I just passed one. So just a heads up for the strawberry spot. Um, Seems you can see that blemish on the left side, and when we got a color last week, you could really see it. But even the base were like that. So just a heads up on that. Had the red last week. It was a lot more pronounced, but Jared Kalenic on the beam team, and then as we were sorting, we saw that all of them had that same blemish. Jose Abreu on the virtual reality. And another nice auto. So the rookie autos are pretty nice. The Casey Mize, the Bobby Dahlbeck, Joey Bart here, Sam Huff. Base auto. Christian Yelich on the beam team. Otani on the 91. Last pack. Box number 8 coming up. We are at the halfway point. Again, we'll do a recap at the end. And we will switch videos for video number 2. All right, on to box number 9. Key Brian Hayes on the beam team. Lesack on the refractor. Ken Griffey. Goldschmidt on the refractor. Bichette, 91. Larnick on the refractor. Bobby D. Javi Baez. And Ona on the auto. So just a heads up, that one is looks like it has 3 dents on it. See him right by his shoulder. Will Smith on the refractor. You always try to point some of those blemishes out just to make you aware. I don't think those are spots. I think those are dents. Aaron Judge, the Beam Team. Key Brian Hayes on the Globe. Nice, Joey. I was to say update. He is a Cardinal, isn't he? I think it was what Series 2. They had some of his inserts for Cardinal. Series 1 actually going through some tops the other day of in there the Rocky base card. All right, here we go. Box 10. Tatis. Yeah, on the stitches or all the relics for base tops are sticker. Or I should say, I don't know that hunt, but I know the All-Star stitches, and most of those are. Congrats on that, though. That's gold coming up. Andrew McCutcheon, gold. $43 of $50 on that one. Mookie. Oliva on the refractor. Acuna on the beam team. Bobby D. Mike Trout on the virtual reality. And Glass now on the auto. Base auto here. Luis. Alec Bohm on the 91. Got the wave of this. Ken Griffey, Beam Team, last pack, box number 10 coming up. On to box number 11. And, oh, that's one of the Fulia cards. When you are looking at it like this, you're thinking possibly a red coming up. Just a base refractor of Jimenez. I think Frank Thomas is the other one that has the solid red card. Robin Yount on the refractor. Kershaw on the 91. And Wave coming up. Freddie Freeman on the virtual reality Wave. Merriweather on the refractor. That looks pretty cool just because of the different colors. Otani 91. And here's a nice orange coming up. Nice orange parallel. Cal Ripken. Hoping to see a little bit more orange in the background. The orange on the jersey. 17 of 25 on that one. Bryce Harper, Beam Team. And Tatis. Hellenic on the Beam Team. Alex Bregman on the 91. Aaron Judge. Kyle Lewis, virtual reality. Monte Harrison on the base auto. Gary Sanchez on the refractor. Last pack, box 11. Christian Yelich on the Beam Team. Molina on the 91. Gold parallel coming up. Evan White on the gold. $25 of $50 on that one. Bo Bichette, Beam Team. Will Myers on the refractor. Trout, Beam Team. Joey Votto, refractor. Ooh, there we go. That's the first Beam Team insert. That's actually pretty sweet looking. Gold, I believe, or that might be, yeah, I think that's gold. And do apologize on sometimes calling out the color. Just I am colorblind when it comes to putting colors together. I can see colors alone, but when they are combined with other colors, yeah, that's the first Beam Team. Yeah, that's gold. 48 of 50. It's the first Beam Team insert we've seen. Pretty cool looking. Soto. Christian Pache. Freddie Freeman. We got the wave of that. Jahmai Jones on the base auto. Sean Murphy on the refractor. Key Brian Hayes. Juan Soto. Last pack. Kyle Schwarber, refractor. All right, on to box 13. Javi Baez, Beam Team. Andrew Young on the refractor. Oh gosh, Bill, that's I'll give you an answer on that, but I always say the best pull is different in the different eyes. So you know, if yeah, each person has their own spots, and that I guess is those are important to them. So when you say the overall best pull, um, you know, to somebody, one person, the Jahmai Jones auto is, in their eyes, could be the best of this case, even though value wise, but overall value, been a lot of nice cards over the last couple years. You know, yeah, that's a good question. I mean, last year we did pull the the superfractor of the Austin Riley and Acuna in finest. Um, this year we had a Deca book, um, Braves Deca book in triple threads. Otani, we pulled an Otani out of Silver Pack on Series 1. Um, quite a few. It's hard to say just one. I mean, it all depends. Like I said, don't want to dance around the question, but it's also the best overall card is different depending on the person. When you look at Bowman in the draft, we pulled um, gold of Blaze Jordan this past year. Also Acuna, gold shimmer auto. So last year for finest, we did out of our 8 cases, we had six, or I'm sorry, we had one, two, three, we had 4 superfractors that we pulled, which is an oddity. And actually, we had 2 in the same break, back to back boxes in the same case. So, Apostle on the auto, Johnny Bench on the refractor. So I think that was the one of the most shocking things we've ever done is we actually had back to back boxes in the same case that had supers. Excuse me, Josh Hader. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is, I mean, um, value wise, that some of the autos that we've seen and pulled may not be the best autos or value wise on autos, but 48 of 50. It's always fun when you pull, excuse me, might have some pieces of cardboard floating around. Um, Ripken, we pulled a Nolan Ryan, couple Ryans, um, Ripken. So those are always fun when you get them. This year, actually, out of our update, we actually pulled a red Ichiro. We hadn't seen Ichiro to that point, and then we pulled a couple cases later, we pulled a base Ichiro auto. So last pack, like we have another wave. Yadi Molina on the wave. That one kind of looks like the same with the Alex Bohm. Kind of looks like it could pass as a gold. McClanahan is MIA thus far. Did have a nice McClanahan parallel last week, but that doesn't do us any good this week. We pulled an orange of him last week. So overall, Phil, I mean, I guess it's the fun of this is seeing different cards, and what I think is cool or valuable is different to somebody else. And I think I always have Bo Jackson was another one. We pulled a Bo Jackson auto. When you pull the people that were, from when I was a kid collecting, kind of dating myself there, that always has a special place for myself. Ooh, that's actually impressive though. If that's all you need. See what we can do. We still have some time. This case, we did already get our two base set wave. Oh no, I take that back. Still looking for a wave, base set wave. This case. Bobby Dahlbeck. And there we go. There is our second wave of the base set. Again, these are two per case. We have been getting two each of all the inserts too. So, or if we don't get two, we get an extra one of another one. But I think this is our second crystal ball. Tatis did pull a orange silver pack out of series 2 of Tatis. So again, I remember them as I see them, but as my wife always says, I remember things I shouldn't remember, and I forget stuff that I probably should remember. And a red coming up. So did get a red. Yang. Nice parallel for the Yang spot, the red. Few scratches. Don't know how deep those are. There we go. 4 of 5 on that one. So we're still looking for maybe one or two more numbered autos. Acuna. Bryce Harper on the virtual reality. Time on the base auto. Griffey on the refractor. Mookie. Bean Team. Joe Adele on the 91. Garrett Cole, Beam Team. Mountcastle, Crystal Ball. Christian Javier on the refractor. Box 15. Yeah, the red foils. At least, at least they're red. You know, in the chrome they're red. You know, the red foils or the black foil. It was only, and though of course those weren't numbered. I almost associate the 91 retro with the red foils, just on a value side there, Joey. Yeah, base Stadium Club has the red foils and the black foils, which just the numbering or the lettering is red. Matt Chapman on the refractor. Yeah, I do. I mean, like I said though, I do think, you know, last year Stadium the launch just was missing. And I think even last year with it, with knowing that Stadium Club Chrome was coming out on just on what would they do different, and I think they didn't really do much different than what their normal is, and I do think that they got it better this year. Still think they could improve a little bit, but it's just my opinion. You know how that goes. Rooker on the refractor. And we pulled the Darryl Strawberry last week was pretty sweet looking, just in the red. Um, Manny Ramirez. Bo Bichette in the 91. Mike Trout, 91. Trammell on the crystal ball. Nick Madrigal in the Cubby blue. Pete Alonso on the Beam team. Bobby D. Still looking for our auto. Soto on the virtual reality. Here comes our auto. Oh, there it is. Luis Garcia on the Astros. Kyle Schwarber. Just got the Kyle Schwarber regular refractor. Now adding a gold. 43 of 50 on that one. Luis Garcia of the Astros. Of course, we have Luis Garcia of the Nationals. I'm going to hope our last auto of this case is a parallel. Javi Baez on the 91. On to box number 16. Again, we will do a recap at the end of this. Clear some cards, and then we will start with case number 2 on a separate video. Again, next week or next thing that we will be having will be we'll do a 3 case of high number, heritage high number, and then it'll be waiting for draft and Bowman's best to round out 2021. So it's been a long year especially on releases, on how much it has changed and pushed everything back. 27th is supposed to be the draft, and then 29th is supposed to be Bowman's best. I have to guess and wager. I would guess that would be pushed back a little bit more. Heritage high number, that is supposed to release. This is the 3rd time that has changed. It's supposed to release on next Wednesday, so we'll be posting that probably for a week or 2 weeks from tonight. Just depends on our schedule. So Glaber on the refractor. Then it's wait until 2022. Dylan Carlson. Normally you have a month and a half break. But my prediction is we will be breaking draft and Bowman's Best well into January, beginning of February. So unless it does get released. Tino. Bryce Harper on the 91. DeGrom, Beam Team. DeGrom on the virtual reality. And Kyle Lewis on the auto is a gold. Manea on the refractor. I think an auto don't really see much of. 26 of 50 on that one. That was our third numbered. Wave. Jacob DeGrom on the wave. Derek Jeter on the 91. Kurloff on the crystal ball. Derek Jeter on the Beam Team. Last pack, box number 16, case number 1. So, Pete Alonso, 91. All right, on to the recap. So we'll start with the refractors. Again, pretty big stack here, so bear with me, but here we go. Will Craig, Pete Alonso, Freddie Freeman, Rodriguez, Ryan McMahon, Caprelian, Diaz, Machado, Devers, Juan Soto, Bryce Harper, Stan Musial, Mark McGuire, Rasmussen, Kluber, Mercedes, Sanders, Ernie Banks, Haniger, Bregman, Garcia, Gurriel, Shane Bieber, Chapman, Josh Bell, Max Muncy, Espino, Andrus, Senzel, Brusau. Stack number 2. Manea, Patino, Gleyber Torres, Arizarena, Chipper Jones, Madrigal, Manny Ramirez, Rooker, Chapman, Javier, Ken Griffey, Marco Gonzalez, Johnny Bench, Strasburg, Gutierrez, Young, Schwarber, Murphy, Joey Votto, Will Myers, Gary Sanchez, Merriweather, Robin Yount, Jimenez, Kelly, Trevor Story, Oliva, Oliveris, Mitch White, Will Smith, Larnick, Goldschmidt, Plesac, Davidson, and Greinke. It is the base refractors. On to the crystal ball. Again, one per box on these. Alex Kurloff, Trammell, Mountcastle, Badu, Soto, Tatis, Dahlbeck, Brian Hayes, Mercedes, Kalenic, Anderson, Bichette, Bohm, India, Madrigal, and Joe Adele. On to the waves. So on the base, Brendan McKay along with Lamette. On the 91s, we did get 3 of these, but only 1 of the Beam team. So again, it's usually even across the board. Dylan Carlson, Alec Bohm, and Yadi Molina. On the crystal ball, Alex Kurloff and Bobby Dahlbeck. On the virtual realities, Mike Trout and Freddie Freeman, and then 1 Beam team, Jacob deGrom. On to the parallels, we did get a red. All right, starting with the golds. Golds numbered to 50. Gurriel, Castellani, Trevor Rogers, Garrett Crochet, McCutcheon, Evan White, Josh Hader, Kyle Schwarber, and then we did get the Mookie Betts Bean team. On the orange, orange is numbered to 25. Victor Gonzalez, Clayton Kershaw, Shane Bieber, Blakenhorn, and Cal Ripken. And then we did get the 1 red. That goes to Wang. So that one was 4 of 5. On to the autos. Autos, starting with the base autos. Luis Garcia of the Astros. Time, Apostle, Jahmai Jones, Monte Harrison, Glasnow, Ona, Joey Bart, Sam Huff, Christian Javier, Honeywell, Devers, and Pearson. And then we did get 3, 2 gold, 1 orange. On the redemption, Bobby Dahlbeck. Kyle Lewis on the gold. And then our lowest number on the autos, Casey Mize on the orange. So nice auto there for the Casey Mize spot. So it is 7:40. We will actually start video number 2 at 7:50. So in about 10 minutes. So we will see you all on that video.